Hey guys, Steve Welch here with Beamer Toyota, and I'm about to show you why this car right behind me here might be Toyota's best kept secret. So Toyota's not really saying a whole lot about this car right now, but this is the Toyota Crown, right? And this is a Crown Platinum Max, right? So you're gonna actually get something out of this car that you're not gonna get out of most cars, right? So you're gonna see 30 miles per gallon, 29 city, 32 highway, but this is your big part. 340 combined horsepower, right? So you got 340 combined horsepower and you have 332 foot-pounds of torque out of this car. And you're about to see why, because I'm going to take this thing for a drive and I'm going to show you why I think that this car right here is Toyota's best kept secret. It did pretty much replace the Avalon in the lineup, but the Avalon only had 301 horsepower. This one has the 340 total horsepower here. So we're going to show you here what we got going on. All right, you guys ready to find out why this thing is so awesome? I'm about to show you. So we're gonna take this on a drive here. So those of you who haven't had a chance to drive one of these things, even the one that is not the Hybrid Max, it's still gonna give you a lot of power, and they're all hybrids, right? So, but the Hybrid Max is definitely the Toyota's. I mean, this Crown is the best kept secret for Toyota. I'm gonna show you on a test drive here, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first off, the feel, this thing, if you go to make a turn, anything like that, it just sticks to the road. Your 0 to 60 time is just awesome, right? And we're just gonna kind of have a little bit of fun here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my normal test drive route. I've taken a few cars on this test drive route. The Tacoma, I did Grand Highlander for this you know, this series, obviously, of doing some test drives here. But what you'll feel whenever you get into driving this car is it sticks to the road. It drives like a sports car. It takes the bumps, right? Takes them very, very well. You're doing very, very good here. So and you see here it said crossing traffic detected. So it actually has part of the safety sense system. So you have extra things on there. So it saw traffic that was coming across. When I inched forward a little bit, it alerted me that there was traffic coming across. So it'll tell you things like that. If there's a passenger or a pedestrian in the crosswalk, dynamic radar cruise control, you've got all kinds of things that you can do with this car that are just beyond what you might think of a car being able to do. But the tech in this thing is awesome. You can change your whole dash. So if you wanted to change it to look a little bit different, you can do that. Do that while you're stopped. So I can't really show you that right now. But I do have several videos out where I actually showed you this car and a lot of the nuts and bolts that go into this car. So don't have to do that on here. This is just solely showing you guys the power and the ride of this test drive, how quiet the vehicle rides, and they're really sweet cars. They're made in Japan. It's something else here, but like I said, you're 340 horsepower. The old ones were, the old 6 cylinders, right? 6 cylinders were 301 horsepower and I would say old, previous generation, right? So the Avalon that had a 6 cylinder, the Camry that had one, all of that stuff was part of there. So it's just really really sweet. So now there's also a camera here. It can watch your eyes and it can see if you're doing some things, if you're checking your lane or other stuff like that, help keep you a little bit safer as well. But it's watching for your eyes, and I had that covered up, that's why I couldn't see that. So it just asks you to look at it, right? But you can hear how quiet this thing is. Your 0 to 60 is great. Just wait till we get on the highway. We're about to turn on the highway here. This leather wrap steering wheel, I mean, it's really, really nice to hold on to. You also have your port down here. If you want to drop your phone down here, it'll charge right while it's in there. USB ports or USB-C ports all throughout this car. Heated steering wheel. Like I said, this is the Platinum. This is Granddaddy. This is the big version of this car, right? When it's going to have all of the bells and whistles and everything that that you didn't know you wanted until you bought. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna turn here. I'm gonna get us on the highway. I'm gonna do a 0 to 60 kind of pretty quick here, just to kind of show you what this thing has the ability to do. Now obviously you guys know I drive a Tundra every day, the Tundra hybrid, and that thing's got torque beyond belief, and it is just a really sweet truck, right? But this doesn't have the power of that, but it's a lot lighter of a vehicle, so you will feel this when it goes into 0 to 60 mode. You will feel it really well. Visibility is great. You can see everything around this car very easily, so you're not, you know, hitting with a bunch of blind spots or anything like that. It's just, like I said, it's you have a lot of, and we've got a little piece of a car in the center of the road here, so it looks like somebody lost a bumper. Just get when you duct tape a bumper on, I guess. So, but here, we're gonna go on the highway here right now. We're onto the on-ramp, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up to speed, and you'll see how quick you can get up to speed in this car, right? So it's just, and the responsiveness, I mean, you turn the wheel, you got responsiveness right away. This is a sports car. This is Toyota's best kept secret when it comes to a car, because Toyota hasn't really pushed this out that much, right? But if you want to get going, right? If you know need to slow down, you can slow down, right? But you're all hybrid max, Toyota Crown. I mean, you guys just, these cars are some cars are just really fun to drive. So when we get them in, you know, a lot of times salespeople we'll go ahead and we'll take it on a test drive, especially when something's new. This is one of the cars that I was thoroughly impressed with. And I'm not really a sedan person. I like SUVs. I like to, you know, obviously my Tundra. I like all that, but you know, you're talking about the tech. You're talking about what's on this car. You can paddle shift this thing if you want to, but you're talking about how it's built, what's on it, and just performance. I mean, performance is key, right? So a lot of people are, manufacturers, I will say, are cutting performance for economy. Toyota is doing something different. They're cutting they're adding fuel economy and adding performance, which, you know, it's got to be a Toyota thing, because nobody else seems to be able to add the performance while also adding the everything that Toyota adds, right? With the so adding the performance, with adding the reliability, with adding the fuel economy, with adding all that stuff. I mean, obviously that's definitely a Toyota thing, right? So, but take this car for a drive. If you're thinking about a car, you're thinking about buying a sports car and spending $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 on it, drive this one first. Because once you drive this car, you're probably going to drive everything else a little bit different, because this is a lower price point than what you'll find in some of those luxury cars, but you're getting everything that you want. You will find out. So Toyota Crown, Toyota's best kept secret, my opinion. I'm not wrong like normal. Steve Welch with Beaman Toyota. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.